but man and woman are not the same. So it's just a reality of it. But
we're of the same value, which we have to, right? When we say not the same, a lot of people think, oh, so men are better than women or women are better than men. No, one's the point guard, one's the center. Like they're both equally important, but we're different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautifully said. We're both equally important, but we have different roles.
That's why
roles and responsibilities.
That's why I think when when value comes up, like high value or like what's your value, a lot of times women think that we're discussing personal value. No. We're not talking about your personal value. We're talking about a lot of times sexual market value. Like what is your value to the opposite gender?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we say value, in what context? You know what I'm saying? If I say to this girl, you're not valuable, right, in the sexual market. I'm not talking about your personal value. Of course you are personally valued. You know what I'm saying? You're needed in society. I'm talking about sexual market value, how men view you. If you're obese, you know what I'm saying? You don't take care of yourself.
You have a lower sexual value.
Your sexual market value is a little, not your personal value. You're valuable.
Yeah. When you mean sexual market value, do you mean in terms of like, let's say, bearing children?
Your mating value. How much the opposite sex wants to have kids.
Yeah,
with.
attractive.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, let's say if you don't want, so let's say you meet a woman who's 35 and then there's a woman who's 25. You would say that a woman who's 35, generally speaking,
would have less
sexual market value, not your personal value.
Right.
Or maybe your career value is way higher than the 25-year-old, you know, but we're talking about in the realm of gender dynamics and sexual market value, your mating opportunities are substantially less than a 25, and that's okay to say, bro. We have to acknowledge these truths.
Well, that's scientifically that's accurate, right? Because as you get older, you know, the women produce less eggs; they're less likely to have, to bear children and have healthy pregnancies. So as women get older, obviously that's factually the truth, right? So because I like that because because sometimes we'll post clips and you would even comment on some of the stuff and you would talk about, I think, some of that sexual market value, like everything we talked about, like older women, they're still valued the same. They should be valued the same as any woman. But I think I like your argument.
Value, yes.
Yeah. But I like your difference between, well, this is who you are as a person and what are you capable of bearing children and reproducing, you know? And so that's important to differentiate.
Right. And I've always kind of lived. So when you're in high school and as a man, you're trying to figure out, like, I want to be valuable, right? So you figure out, like, in what realm do I want to be valuable in? So I've always came to the conclusion where I want to be valuable in the sexual market. If girls want me, then I'm doing something good in life. You know what I'm saying? So I just focused on that. I had a conversation with a bunch of my boys. I'm like, I do most of things in life for women. You know, and they're like, why do you do things for girls? They weren't quite understanding. But if I focus my value on wanting to be the most valuable in the sexual market, then everything else falls into place. I end up making money. I end up staying in shape. So if that's the goal, being high in the sexual market value, then everything else is going to follow that. By extension, I'm going to be in shape. By extension, I'm going to make money.
For him, because those are his preferences and those are his overall values of what he finds as important. So if he does have a high sexual...
When I was in high school, my goal was, damn, I want sexual access. These are beautiful women. I'd like to experience that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, if that's the goal, then by extension, I'm going to be in the gym. By extension, I'm going to do good in my career. By extension, I'm going to be sociable and be funny. You know what I'm saying? And everything else follows because that's the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a really I guess you could look at it from a different aspect as well. Because if you're saying, well, I'm doing it for women because I want to be viewed to them in their favor. But if you also do the things just for yourself, be a better person, be financially secure, independent, the woman will follow. I guess you can look at it from both avenues, right?
Right.
Because if you're doing all these things for yourself to be a better person for yourself, the woman will come.
Right.
So I guess it just depends what you're looking at.